All right, what's up, guys? Connor Ferguson here with Eric Bridger for another episode of the Always Race Day Dirt Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Going to get into a little bit of everything we've done. At least I've covered personally 12 races in 14 days, and I'm still alive thanks to the fine folks at Horsepower Hydration. I feel, Eric, I don't know about you. I'm more rejuvenated than I've ever been after 10 days at Knoxville.
I've tried it, was it Monday before the state fair, and I felt the most hydrated I ever was after Knoxville. It tastes great, and it's easy to pour, and you can't beat it.
And I didn't even drop off any packages with you. You're doing this on your own.
Luckily, they were giving out free samples when I was walking around the midway or across the street, so I grabbed a handful and was able to give it a try.
Heck yeah, I love it. One of our guys, Jojo, already on here saying hello, thank you. We'll read every comment on here. I'll at least read it, and we'll put it on the screen if we can. We'll answer it if it's a question. But leave us your questions, your comments, anything throughout the show. And then one more shout out to ProfitMachine.ai and AI ProfitCon. Our guy, Chris Weiser, he upped his support in Always Race Day. So that's why you guys are hearing even more about ProfitMachine.ai and this kind of stuff. But if your business needs AI, and they all do, visit ProfitMachine.ai, fill out the short questionnaire. And if they can help you, they will. They've got a development team. They've got a group chat with over 200 AI advisors, a ton of tools and utilities to boost your business today using AI. And if you're near Texas, want to go to AI ProfitCon, go to AIProfitCon.com. Visit that link. $197 gets you in the door. You can hear Chris Weiser speak I think 6 times in 2 days or something. He's doing more speaking than I've ever seen. I was looking at the schedule. So shout out to Chris, working as hard as ever. And thank you so much for his support for Always Race Day. Let's get into everything here. Eric, how were your nationals? Take people through it. What was your partying like? Because I foolishly did not reach out to you to see where you were at. And we were talking about this before we came on. And I feel so bad because I get so busy when I'm down there. And then I just don't reach out to certain people. Like my guy, Jarrett Crowell, shout out to him. I've played hockey with him my whole life, and we were texting each other every day trying to meet up. He's like, I'm a dingus. I was like, I'm drinking for free at my friends. Come here.
Yeah, no, it definitely flew by like it always did, always does. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, I feel like Knoxville and staff did the best they could with the weather that was given to them, and it turned out to be a pretty eventful Knoxville Nationals. I mean, a week ago, was it a week and 2 weeks ago, Connor pretty much got told he was a shithead. And then
Derek, we did it before. Yeah. God, before the 5-minute mark here. It's okay.
And then,
right.
Yeah, and then there's, and a lot of sound bits and everything, and everything you can think of type of deal. So I mean, it was entertaining nationals, even though it was a little wet out.
Yeah, the probably the most entertaining, 10 days over. I mean, we had the Ryan Timms versus Reitzel thing on Saturday, into Connor being called that. Yep. Into, I think we talked to Hocevar Saturday night. I was getting people walking up to me, going, "Hey, shithead, how you doing?" And I'm standing 3 feet from Carson Hocevar, who's just talking to other fans, wonder what this is about. I don't know. Yeah. But so we go from that, and then the Larson thing on the Larson Timms thing on Monday at Oski, into the 4 days of nationals, and Wednesday night you get a photo finish out of it in that Ryan Timms fuel deal, which I'm told they are making shirts about the situation. I don't know if it's specifically the fueler's name is Ben, or the guy that was fueling the car in the video, who I need to catch up with him soon, because I want to ask that guy if he ever jumped out of a moving vehicle growing up. I was not a true country kid. I'm very much a city boy, but I've jumped out of my fair share of vehicles, and that is not how you do it. It is textbook everything that you shouldn't do when jumping out of something that's moving.
Yeah, especially something that's going probably, what do you say, 10 or 12 miles an hour, probably getting pushed around. But yeah, that's I looked like he was doing okay. Looked like he had a little scar or burn from something, but I think he all had all his teeth and his face was okay. So I guess that's the main important part.
Right. That's all you can expect from that. And then, as JoJo says, Larson drove his butt off both Thursday to get that top spot, and on
Hmm.
Saturday. We'll talk about the flight tracker and stuff, I suppose. But I wanted to pose this question to you, Eric, just to get, if people have heard this stuff before, I don't want to rehash it and then make them like fast forward to the 15-minute mark. Um, I don't think we put enough emphasis on prelim nights at Knoxville during nationals. I think it's so much inherently bigger than Saturday with how much clean air can help you and how spacious those cars get in such a short time during that 50 lap feature.
Yeah, I've met people before that specifically just go Wednesday and Thursday and then sell their tickets Friday and Saturday because they enjoy the prelim nights more than they do the final night per se. So yeah, it's a big deal. Again, you had your fair share of cars that missed qualifying or missed the heat race inverts, those type of deals. But I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be hard, and I think there would have been less chaos if Friday weather-wise worked better for people. But yeah, I mean, it's Wednesday and Thursday is definitely you get your price admission for a ticket. Granted, the car count was a little bit lower than it has been in the past, but you still saw some pretty good shows each night.
Yeah, I want to get to that too because I think Knoxville screwed a lot of people on Saturday.
Friday, or yeah, Saturday.
Well,
sorry.
yeah, with the Friday format change.
I got you.
In like, I get it. That's the old way to do it. Doing something because we always did it this way or we used to do it this way is never an excuse to do something today because of that. I'll leave that at that. So get the traditionalist crap out of here. You screwed 50 guys that wanted a chance to race their way into the Knoxville Nationals, 75 guys, if we're talking about all of them, to race for 11th in the C main, which from a competition standpoint, I get they were racing for fine money, whatever, but competition standpoint, it's disgusting. It wouldn't have taken all that much longer to run 75 cars. And if you were worried about qualifying, scrap qualifying and do some passing points format or line them up by the points they accumulated in their prelim night. Then you can still have some sort of an aspect of this is the Knoxville National. Here's the format we agreed to coming into the week. We're not going to, I totally get it. It says little fine print, subject to change. I totally understand that. I just think they ran a show for the sake of running a show because they didn't want to lose out on tickets and pay-per-view prices, which everyone that bought it had to buy a 2-day pay-per-view from what I understand on Saturday. The whole thing reeks of we want to keep our money, so we're going to run cars on the track. Here's 11th in the C. Have a day. And I hate that. I didn't like anything about it. Good for the 4 guys that it helped qualify into the race and the 4 guys that got in from the B main that I think all but one of them was qualified for already locked in. But I didn't agree with that at all. I thought there were 17 different formats they could have done that were better than the way they chose. I thought they literally chose one of the worst things imaginable. So that was a big I can cuss now, can't I? I keep it's a big shit show. I didn't like it. That's all. And people can disagree all they want, but yeah. I don't know. Did you have any thoughts on it? Did you have any appreciation for it? And you can put on your devil's advocate hat if you really want to, Eric. But I know you're kind of a straight shooter, so whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it. I know weather and Saturday night was the main focus, but I think the last time that had happened, and obviously they didn't have weather on Saturday, I think that year, but they were able to run all the cars that they were supposed to on Friday, and they also qualify them, I think it was. I think they would have had to rework the track probably 2 or 3 times if that was the case, with a couple extra heat races or so and a couple of B mains. But I don't know. It's just I thought that was a very odd deal. I think it shows how popular Friday night is for the drivers because it gives them a chance to lock in. Before it was a little bit different, but I don't know. I think it worked out at the end as far as what they wanted to accomplish, but as a race fan a little bit and someone that's been on their side of the fence, I think you get slighted a little bit on it, but it is the Nationals. I think maybe they could have tried Friday night a little bit later. I think they could have try to run by 9 or 10 o'clock. But
I agree.
Because I think it did stop misting around that time. I think I remember sitting outside, I think Friday night as well too.
We were definitely outside Friday, and it definitely wasn't coming down at all.
Yeah, for how well the track ran in Saturday after the rain, I think they could have. And I don't know, maybe they didn't have the track sealed as much as they did by then, but yeah, I mean, it's. I think I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more effort and wait until about 8:30, 9 o'clock before they made the call.
Yeah, and I thought they were making quicker work of it than it took to get the infield ready on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting there for a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before the infield was ready. Yeah. And, obviously they, all holds barred. We're going to get this in Saturday. I was talking with, it was Casey Kane up in the, up by the t-shirts and stuff, picked up some stuff up there and just about Friday. And I was like, well, my thinking would be, they're going to try hell or high water to get this thing ran in tonight because of all the things they have Saturday scheduled, the sponsor stuff, everything like that. And then you have a day in front of you where if the forecast is bad, all right, we're going to move this up. And
we're going to do 5:30.
You don't want to move it up. You don't want to move up Nationals too much because there's people that just come to that race that day. They're expecting it not to start until a certain time. And that, but obviously hindsight's 2020. Anything's better than changing the format in the middle of the event and cutting out like 50 drivers and just saying, here, you don't have a shot anymore. Anyways, but yeah, I did think they would do more Friday. It still wouldn't have been a great racetrack. In the Friday show on Saturday wasn't a great show. It rubbered up by the end of it. And that's all they could do with, they got more precipitation. God, I'm doing that again. I try not to say the R word on race days. And then when it's not, I suppose it is technically a race day. So I don't want to worry about, I just don't want to worry about jinxing people. And we still managed to do it anyway. So I should probably just give up that thing. No, the Duncans did what they could with what they had. And at least they gave us a pretty racy B and A main on Saturday.
Yeah, I was impressed with how much it widened out. I think Larson maybe thought that how narrow the track was, it was going to be a hammer down, go, which it was kind of early on, but it definitely widened out a lot.
Is this the best season of Casey Kane's career?
For sprint cars, yeah, I would say. He was it seems like that 39M stint really rejuvenated his feel and confidence in sprint cars. He won an outlaw race, and in the past, I feel like he was a guy that would probably fell back to 10th by the time the 50 laps would have ended. To be podium at Nationals for part-time effort, that was impressive. That was for somebody that probably hasn't run, that's probably his best weekend, best run at Knoxville for 2 nights. So that was really impressive.
Yeah, definitely. And he did when he was filling in for Reitzel. That one August, he ran top 10 in Nationals quietly. I think he started 14th maybe and ran up to the field through like 7th or 8th. And I thought, truthfully, I thought he would fall back a little bit too. Especially when Schuhart got there. I thought Schuhart was golden, and he said his left rear tire just went away and he was screwed. So he had gotten up to 3rd and fell back. But it was evident to me that you need, like, if you're back in the field, and this is common knowledge for sprint car fans, but I mean, you need an engine that's ripping to get up there. Now, if you're already up there, I mean, you need one that's ripping just to keep up with guys. And there was a restart there where I thought Casey was ready to pass Larson. If Larson had ran the top, they would have been drag racing down the backstretch. And I think the motor program they got at KKR right now, just to be able to run that and run it with Casey, like that speaks volumes to me. I was really, really impressed by those guys.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but then the second half of that race, Larson couldn't take off. And there was a time that I said if Casey wasn't such a nice guy that he could have passed Larson for the lead. I know that's not the case, but yeah, it would have been really interesting to see if Larson wasn't there. I think Hodenshield still would have won Nationals, but I was really he could have saw Casey Kane as Knoxville Nationals winner. I mean, it was that close. So
yeah, and that part of it just sucks because I've been talking to people this week that are like, well, if he wasn't there, there'd be an asterisk on it, and that's not fair to the driver who wins.
No.
And but now that he has won, we're saying like these things like, oh well, Hodenshield could have won and Casey could have won and this winner could have won. We have no clue how the race would have played out if Kyle wasn't there. There could be a wreck on lap 1 that takes out all the top 8, and David Gravel will run circles around everyone and listen to the fans boo him. So. No. Like it's just wild to me, all the preconceived things we have. And you can I used to be able to predict. I can do Iowa State fans a lot better than racing fans, but I can for sure give you like the same 17 lines that they'll say throughout the week. Like this B main could be an A main anywhere else. Yeah,
I mean, I was just really impressed by Hodenshield and Casey Kane of how well they ran, and I mean. Obviously, they weren't the class of the field because they didn't beat Larson, but I mean, that was a very impressive run by those 3 drivers.
It shouldn't go unnoticed, too. And by the way, Knoxville changing their format both ruined Donnie Schatz's 28 straight A-main qualifying streak, which should just be 29 with the Nationals since we don't count the 67 best guys in the country being invited to run the same race at the same track because there was some COVID restrictions, which I don't really care. But and then Gio Scelzi, his streak is
7 for 7 for 7.
Perfect 7 for 7 since he was old enough to race it. Now, this is KCP. Why I brought up Gio was another KCP car making a great run with a different driver at the Knoxville Nationals.
Different driver, different crew chief.
It's almost like I want to like give out a definitive like KCP Racing will win this at some point, but it's such a hard race to win. I don't want to have that hanging and but anyway, they will be a contender for years to come. This is just an example of like they're dialed in here. They know exactly what to do, and at some point luck is going to fall into your hands.
And the CJB5 is cursed at Knoxville. You don't do the opposite way.
Yeah. If you want to go the opposite way, that chassis and that bar that was crazy. And I'm sure you've seen the photos of Gio's car near Brenham's helmet, the tire. Just scary stuff. I'm glad he's getting checked out and everything.
I noticed very quick they had a towel over the car, so. But
I was right there. I was right there when they put it on.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Crouch was okay. Well, I mean, he's obviously hurt, but not seriously injured. So.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people mad at us for posting that photo, and number one, I'd been told he had hopped out of the car under his own power and that he was okay. That was not my words. That was words that came over the broadcast.
Yeah.
If you want to critique how we say okay in racing and stuff, go ahead. That's a stupid argument to have because I really don't care. I just want the kid to be okay. The other part of it is, like, that chassis should be out there to be studied. Like, that is how we do it in this sport. It is not, we can't all gather at Brenham Crouch's shop to go look at the chassis. That it needs to be out there, photos of it, so we can have all the engineers that happen to be on Twitter and pretty active, and especially like guys like Flea, go look at it and examine it and do their thing and like say like, oh, this is what we should do, and like have a conversation. Like that stuff should be out there. I didn't understand all the blowback from that, but I shouldn't say I don't understand it. I totally get where they're coming from. They want to, be respectful, and it's probably from a nice place. It never comes off like that. It always comes off as like you're just bitching at somebody to bitch at somebody during a time that no one's having fun with the sport. But yeah, no, I was just taken aback. Like, I got a couple nasty DMs. I'll just leave it at that. Not from anybody inside the industry or any names I'd known or anything like that. I'm not gonna hint at them for you guys, but yeah, no, it was stupid shit. So appreciate everyone that has said thank you, and I've probably said thank you way too many times on my platform this week. So we'll leave it at that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I doubt nothing's gonna come from it, because it just never does. I mean, the same thing with like the 2KS car when Anderson hit Kilby. That photos didn't come out till a couple of weeks later, but it's, I understand the privacy and everything. I mean, they get hurt, but I mean, they never said he was going to get transferred to a local ambulance till about 10 minutes later or so. But I mean, it's, if you're not going to take a photo of it, people are going to sit there and look at it and spread rumors and stuff like that. So I mean, it's, if it was that bad, Knoxville or somebody with the team should have covered it up once it before he got to the hauler. So, but then if you do that, then people are going to start talking. So
yeah, well, and
yeah,
even despite when they did it, people are still talking because you did it, right? Like that was your first thing of it. Your first memory of it was like they even covered it with the tarp. So I get, maybe you're trying to do some, I don't even know what you would call it. I don't want to call it PR because that's not the right phrasing of it, but people are going to talk either way. The picture was already out there. When I took my picture, there was 17 other people taking a picture around me. So I was thankful no one from CJB was ticked at me at all. I at least haven't heard it if they were. So yeah, but the people mad at me were random fans. I was just, you can DM me, just like if it's going to be like insulting towards me, at least make it funny. That's my only ask.
Yeah.
I had some going after the lowest hanging fruit, and it's just like, God, man, I heard that when I was playing hockey when I was 12. Didn't think I'd hear it from you. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't be original about it.
Yes, that's my rule. You can absolutely, like Aaron Reitzel, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Sure. I was laughing the whole time. Don't DM me the easiest ones.
Right.
Anyways, where are we going? Larson. Okay. So 5 nationals, right? Are you on my side with this?
I would say so. I mean, I don't know how much money that paid, or obviously it was called the Cappy Classic, which that's the only Cappy Classic that's been a 3-day show.
That was called, was that
the one and only?
I thought it was the one and only.
Yeah, but I think on Saturday it was the Cappy Classic.
Saturday was the Cappy Classic. Okay.
Yeah,
that was my first year really getting into the sport head over heels. So
yeah, I think that was the one and only. Plus Saturday was quote unquote the Cappy Classic. I would say 5. I mean, yeah, it wasn't Knoxville's format, but you still beat whatever 70 cars of the best drivers that were invited. And it will never get changed, but I mean,
just wait until he ends his career with 10.
Yeah.
And then Donnie's got 11 or Donnie's got 12. And or Larson has 11 and those two both have 12. Like I'm just gonna start counting it now, so that,
Yeah.
and I won't do that on videos. I will keep it as they historically have it. Until the Heisman Trophy gives the trophy back to Reggie Bush. This is the same thing. All right. So until they give him that fifth in the history books, but then they'd have to change the number on the logo. That'll never happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can't really push for that, but we will count it as 5 in our hearts.
But I think one thing race fans should appreciate from this weekend was enjoy the racecraft we just saw between 360 Nats Nationals, Cappy Classic, Oski, and then 410 Nationals, because that was a very enjoyable moment to watch. And you probably won't get that in the next 2 to 3 years because of the NASCAR schedule. So maybe even longer. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope it. Yeah, I don't know. Am I gonna like look back in 3 years and be like, man, they should have it 360 Nationals weekend again?
Yeah, I mean
for as much complaining as I've done about it, I don't think I can. So I think the ship has sailed on that one at least.
Yeah, it's interesting that NASCAR promoted the high limit race for tonight on their social media stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too.
And how much high limit Larson and Sweet work with NASCAR on their weekends as well too.
Let me double check here real quick.
I think it was on their Twitter or Instagram. I can't remember what it was, but I saw it tonight.
I think NASCAR's been pumping it out on Twitter and stuff. I just want to double check on the schedule for 2027. Oh, months. Can I not change? Dude, I feel older using technology every day. And I've used I know exactly where I'm wanting to go here. And I was trying to. This isn't. Okay, hold on. You're just going to see me stare into the abyss. I'm double checking on worldofoutlaws.com for their 2027 schedule. And I don't know. I used to go to 2027.
I don't think it's
okay. Yeah, they don't have any races on their 2027 schedule. So I'd heard that through the grapevine. Someone wanted me to talk about it tonight. Not through the grapevine. Why am I saying that? No, my buddy asked me, did you see that Nationals wasn't on the 2027 schedule yet? There's nothing there for 2027 on their website. So I will save talking about Knoxville's. Yeah, you can check for me, Eric, too, because I could be using the website wrong. But yeah, I would not be surprised if the streaming rights for Knoxville are going to be not up for grabs. I know they're up for grabs. Jason Reed has. What's that?
There's no surprise that Rigsby was at Nationals and Flow and everything.
Yeah, so obviously Flow Racing CEO Michael Rigsby, sponsor of this show. Shout out to Horsepower Hydration, being at Knoxville. Their contract's up at the end of the year. Jason Reed has said on our show and on videos we've done with them that he is open and willing to listen to any parties, and that's how he's going to approach this situation. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, nothing. I'm not looking at anything right now on that.
The dates are not on the 2027 schedule for the Outlaws yet, if they are going to post them.
Yeah. Are there any other 2027 dates?
You have the Ironman, some other races, and then High Bank Hustle.
Oh, here it is. I was on the wrong tab, Eric. Yeah, so there's some races that are, set in stone right now.
And usually Knoxville's the one that posts the next year's dates anyway, which they did. I don't know if the Outlaws quote tweeted that or retweeted it, but I mean it's
something to look for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. If it's not on there by November, then
when the
October,
full
November.
schedule comes out, then it's a problem.
Yeah, or even late September, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Heck yeah. I think that's all I got as far as national stuff goes. Was there anything we didn't talk about that you wanted to? Sammy Swindell came out and drove that car around.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
That was a pretty cool moment. It was nice to see, even though if it was 1:15 in the morning or so, that it was still being honored. So
yeah, I think they were delaying the show so Kyle Larson could get there.
Don't you dare. I saw somebody on TikTok. I literally saw somebody on TikTok burn Kyle Larson stuff and this is the bad part. He said it was from him and his daughter that had passed away. So yeah, that burned.
Because he's convinced it's rigged, or
convinced that the Outlaws waited and that they made such a big deal about Larson coming in like he was the president.
Well, with intelligence like that, I wonder how the daughter died. Is that insensitive? My bad. My bad if that was. Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah. To be that upset, he had it wasn't a lot of stuff. It was 3 T-shirts and a poster, but still, it's
dude, I'll never get burning memories.
Especially from your dead daughter stuff.
Yeah, I have a keychain that says my grandpa's name on it that broke 6 months ago. It's been sitting on my counter because I won't throw it away.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I have a weird brain too. I think we've covered that though on here.
Yeah, that's just.
Gosh, I'm sorry if that was a bad joke. I feel bad for that one.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. The dude's stupid enough as it is already to do that stuff. But yeah, that was. I'll send you. I'll text it to you afterwards. You'll get it. You'll get a kick
He's on TikTok, so he might not be real anyways. So
that's true too.
I do need to send you the clip of Sean from the recently cease and desisted Beyond the Bench.
Yeah, shout out iHeartRadio.
Shout out to iHeartRadio. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. Fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
Sorry if your kids were listening there. I should have warned you. My bad.
Yeah.
Old employer. Anyways, so they had me. I was on their show twice and got it cease and desisted. Pretty good numbers. 2 appearances, 2 weeks, and already got. But Sean asked me that same question. Do you think they were holding off for Larson? And I didn't. I was half laughing at him, and my voice got a little louder. And he's like, "Whoa, Connor! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tick you off."
Well,
it's a good one though.
It would have been real interesting if he had landed, and they were kind of ready to start the AMA.
Oh yeah, I would have been on the track, Eric. I would have been on the track.
What if they waited?
Tankman style.
Yes, they would have been waiting.
And they should.
They should.
If you have a top 10 starting spot in the Knoxville Nationals and you think the opposite, I agree with you. You should think the opposite, correct? If you have any of the starting spots in Knoxville Nationals, you absolutely want them to go. I get it. I want to see a race with the best. I came there to see the best. I came there to see everybody beat the best. Whether that's Kyle Larson or anyone else, I would like all of them in the race. Now, if you're a competitor of his, I can see why you wouldn't like it. For the monetary value, right? Yeah, and I totally get that side of things, but I want to see all the best fight out, and I want to see him do it under the green flag. It's the same as that argument for as far as I'm considered with that stuff.
Now, if he started 12th or 15th, I doubt they would have made the effort to get him there. But since he started on the pole, I think that's what made a difference.
They waited for Thames.
They did wait for Thames. That's another thing too. I can't remember who said that afterwards. I think it was Sheldon in the post conference that said
he was asking why they waited for him, right?
I agree too. It was they did probably 5 pace laps, 7.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah,
I think the Knoxville rule was 3 or 2.
Well, to be fair, that kid slammed his face really hard. I mean, that's worth at least 2 laps in the work area.
Well, he got his 2 laps after he ran out of fuel. So,
it was. I don't know if the piece of information I was about to say is out there, so I won't say it. But yeah. I'm glad Ryan pulled off and nothing bad happened or anything like that. So,
it was such an odd deal, and I know Knoxville wanted to get the future going, but And I know Skip looked. Well, I don't think anybody looked at the card before he got pushed off.
So there is.
I think Skip did. Yeah, I think Skip checked to see if the fuel cap was on.
I think he looked at the fuel cap, and I think the Casey Kane guys were pointing at the flashlight. Yep. I could be wrong. They could have been pointing at something else, but Skip had sent them off already before they got his attention. And so then he had to come back down, and they had to get the flashlight. And I don't know where the mystery crew member went from Thames' team, because he from the turn 3 in the pit area to where they actually pushed the car off. At some point, he was not there anymore when the car came back around. So I don't know if he went back to their hauler to get stuff or what, but he just wasn't there. And I think the Kane guys were like, oh, screw it, we'll go get it.
Yeah, official can't touch the car since that's a piece of equipment to remove it. So
I heard, yes, that's definitely a rule in sprint cars. There is something in late models that happened this week, and Fiedler was talking about it. Like, he's like, if that happened, if an official ever came over to a sprint car, like, the world would shut down.
Yeah, I mean, even Connor can't touch it. So
yeah, right. Oh man, let's talk. I was at Mason City last night for Flo. Or do you got any other national stuff? Are we good there?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome. Countdown to 27 starts now. Then perfect.
Yep.
So I was at Mason City last night. I'll be at Makokata this weekend for this whole little Iowa Speed Week deal where we try to push Connor's body into the ground as far into the ground as he can get. But horsepower hydration absolutely keeping me through. I played 2 hockey games Monday, by the way.
And went to Marshalltown.
Yeah, and I went to Marshalltown on that was Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
But 6 assists again. Horsepower hydration. Performance enhancer. Don't let them tell you otherwise.
If he would have took 2, he would have had 2 goals.
Yeah, I was not. The goals did not.
Yeah.
I was hitting a lot of posts. I was just a tad off. We'll get
about
it
being
fixed.
a teammate.
Yeah, it is about being a teammate. On Monday nights especially. That's what that league is for. So we'll leave it at that. But no, Mason City last night. Fun time. Hudson O'Neal takes off with the win. And Bobby Pierce just outlandish slider on Nick Hoffman. Eric, your thoughts on Bobby's slider?
Connor was fanboying so much he probably didn't know what to think about it once it happened.
Oh my God. I told you to go after Bobby and you turned it into just me.
No, Bobby, I think Bobby parked that slider so hard it went to, I think there was some Illinois dirt that turned up underneath. That's all. He was not cleared. I think he hit before his left front tire, looked like. And then after the interview, somehow turned the situation into not his fault, it sounded like. I don't know. That was interesting. So
I haven't gotten to listen to the interviews. So the whole night in the pits, we could hear this poor woman who's just getting berated today because you can hear her in the video we did with Hoffman. And if you think I glazed Bobby Pierce, go listen to what I said about Nick Hoffman's interview because it's one of my favorites I've ever done. Seriously, like if I was coaching a kid and he got wrecked, I would go take him to that interview and say, you do exactly this. Say, go line for line if you want to. But he's completely right. But I couldn't hear a damn word of anything in Victory Lane. Not one deal aside from Bobby saying like there's 5 of them booing, but goddamn, they're very loud. There's a bit more of them booing Bobby, but they quieted down really quick. And then like once they quieted down, there was only like 5 left and they're still giving them crap. But he took now our microphone shortcutted or out. Yeah, we just lost audio from the Bobby interview. And he said, I know it probably wasn't clean. I haven't seen a replay of it, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if he said the words that was explicitly my fault. I won't give you guys that. And he talked about the whole thing very openly. I'll talk to him Friday too. We've been close with him and he's been on the show multiple times, as you guys know, and good buddy of mine. So I was thankful for Nick to give us the time he did too. And I hate that we only got one side of that up there. But yeah, it won't happen in the future. We got new mics on the way. So
Yeah. One thing I wanted to say is shout out to the Speedway. I mean, I think there's maybe like 20 empty seats, but that place was full for that race.
Dude,
so.
I love Mason City. That track is so much fun to watch from the infield at. Like, I seriously, they did an awesome job. The pit shack girls are nicer than any pit shack girls in the country. I'll swear by that. Some of them, they look at you like, what the fuck is a media? They're like, who are you? You have a website? I'm like, not really. It's a YouTube channel. But yeah, anyway.
What's YouTube?
Yeah. We're working on the website. I swear to God to you guys. We want to utilize the website for something that people will look at, and there's different ideas to do that with. I don't want it to just be race recaps that we take from press releases, and it's just that, because I'm just going to put it out there simply. It's either my work or an intern's work to do for an hour and a half every day for no return on investment at all. Like, we get zero from that. So that's why the website doesn't really have anything on it. Someday we're going to integrate like the shop to it and stuff with that. But yeah, working on that. There's your inside baseball for the day with what ARD is doing. Where were we, Eric? Get me back on track.
You're talking about the racetrack in Mason City.
Oh yeah, great racetrack.
Nice people.
Yeah, if they'd stop letting that bitch Bobby Pierce have it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I like it. Marshalltown was okay. They got to do something to keep the downtime from Marshalltown. I've gone there twice in the last 14 days.
I know.
And there's so much downtime between races.
I don't get it. I don't know how 3 classes, the sprint car show got done to like after 11 o'clock. I don't know how that's possible.
Dude, there was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes between heat races during that 360 sprint car show.
Yeah. And then for the Flow Night in America, I think I saw the features pushing off like at 10:45.
And we'll go cover that again next year if they do it like that. I hope they get something to get them pushed off faster, but I hope they do something to make it unique. Maybe tie it into the Mr. Sprint Car Award. I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want to take that off date off there for Nationals.
I think it would be cool to have them before 360 Nationals, but I don't know. You might lose people and drivers from that because they don't want to wreck their Knoxville car, but I don't know.
And I don't think they'd come. I think the people that were there because they were in town for Knoxville.
The people behind us were in town for Knoxville. They were from Colorado, so there was like 8 of them.
I think there was a good crowd there because of that. Now they got a good crowd this last Tuesday with Flow Racing Night in America and the late models. It was a completely different grouping of people. I swear, like,
there's probably some disappointed people that
it's not like I go to see every fan in the stands and go, you weren't here last week and neither were you. But I mean, that's what it was. And they still got good crowds both nights. But I think the only reason they had that crowd during Nationals week because it was the day before Nationals. Like, that's the only day you could really do it. And if you're doing that Mr. Sprint Car Award, I don't know if I want to say, like, you have a mandatory race you have to go to if you want to earn this reward the day before.
Yeah. I think there's some people probably upset that Host Fire wasn't racing Tuesday night and last night.
I have more on that. He was in the sim with Chevrolet.
There's
I think they got antsy because they dropped down in the standings a little bit.
Yep. I think there was something with GM that they wanted to test, and I don't know if there's 10 cars in the top 10 at Loudon this weekend. I think you know why. But
what if they get worse?
If they get worse,
what do you do if you spent so much time in the sim and you just have your worst weekend of the year?
Well, the last time,
maybe we should have them run dirt. then everybody's opening a sprint car team. We've got 3 new guys with Outlaw teams next year. Yeah.
Well, the last time a Chevy's won at Loudon, Jimmy Johnson wasn't a 7-time champion yet, and Kyle Larson just won his first Cup race, so that was in 2016 with Kevin Harvick.
Oh, it was Harvick. Okay.
Yep.
Gordon was so. I've never asked you this before. Growing up a Gordon fan, Like when I grew up, if I wasn't
Mhm.
if I didn't have like something special to catch my interests, like Pocono kind of sucked, and I didn't realize it till Jeff Gordon retired because he was good at
Mhm.
Pocono. I'd wake up on Pocono Sunday and be like, "This is one of Gordon's tracks," and he was good at New Hampshire. Gosh, there had to have been one or two more too. But yeah, do you have anything like that with drivers you grew up with, and are we seeing something like that with Kyle Larson at Knoxville?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know what it is around this time of year. It just seems like that 57 car is hard to beat. Where, like he said it today or yesterday in an interview, that either he's winning or they're finishing like 15th or something like that. So this year, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just something in August with the 57 car.
Okay, I like attributing the whole month.
Yeah, well, I mean, he won $258,000, I think it was, in like 12 days.
Is that with the extra money from?
Mhm.
I know Mr. Sprint Car pays good,
2,000 for winning the pole, and then
and the
race winnings
Cappy,
from there. Yep.
yeah, race winnings from Cappy and Oski.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just nuts, man. And
yep,
what did he do at 360 Nationals? What was his finish there?
Top 5, I think, like 3rd or 4th.
God, so he was 2 spots away from being the first to win both in the same year, and then also sweeping the entire week.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
People wonder why he gets labeled as the best and I don't want to say treated like the best because I don't know if he really is treated like that, but he's definitely the best sprint car driver right now. He proved it this week, and guys, I swear to God, I'll stop saying so many thank yous on here, but it means so much to me that he'll stick around and do our video after winning nationals. That was cool. We'll make sure we walk next year. I know it looks dorky, me just standing there, but there was mud everywhere, and I really mean it. One of us would have eaten it, and it's either Connor falls in front of Kyle Larson or Connor hurts Kyle Larson. That's the 2 headlines that come out of it, and neither are good for me.
That or Kyle Larson has to sign 15 autographs while I do in the video walking around.
That would probably also happen, and that's why we stood still the other night. And if it will come down to the driver's choice in that situation, I always just ask whatever they're more comfortable with. We'd rather walk, but like we talked to Matt Crafton the other night too. Did you see that? That was a standing still one, but
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that. So
super nice guy, very chill. Had some front. He's going to be at Makokada. I'm going to be talking to Zeroff about. I'm going to go look at races I watched as a kid, like that he dominated and stuff. Because that guy was the Arca Menards car. It was Frank Kimmel, and then he kind of like
series.
He slowly went out, and then obviously Frank Kimmel wasn't in a truck, but Matt came into the Menards 88 and just dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Synonymous with success. So
I do won championship too. I can't remember when.
Three titles, I think 12-14. It was either 12-14 or 13-14, and then 19.
Yep.
Something like that. And then the one that was stolen from Brett Moffitt.
Yeah. Still, and then had his ride stolen by someone else with a paycheck.
Yeah, because he was asking for too much money to repeat as champion.
Yep.
And then NASCAR called him off at Knoxville for jumping the start. That guy's whole career is just unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, I wonder what happened of him not running the sprint car this year.
I will get him on. I'll let him tell the story. Yep. And I don't think that it's an extravagant story. Please don't get your hopes up. But we will have a good interview with him because fairly or unfairly, was the biggest Brett Moffitt fan as a kid, and absolutely love the guy. So his career is a case study of like, if you're not lucky, it's just rather be lucky than good, because luck has bit him on the other side of the ass, entirely. So we're going to end it on that note. Brett Moffitt's been okay. Perfect. Awesome. Appreciate everybody, all the sponsors. We've said them throughout the video, but AI Profit Machine, AI Profit Con, Horsepower Hydration, Bullet Racing 38, and Brantley Chaden, upcoming racer that we're going to be working with. I'll be getting to one of his races. We're going to do like a vlog style video, hopefully, in the next few weeks here. And then shoptrackthreads.com. Visit Ryan Levis, shoptrackthreads.com. Get your Always Race Day merch today. Got some new stuff in the works. I can't wait till you guys see it. You good, Eric?
Good.
We're good. Okay. I will see you guys this weekend, especially if you're heading down to Makokata. Peace.